Declan, and today we're going to be talking about recess. Just straight up recess. Normally I really like recess, but there are some times when it's just like, I don't really like it that much. One reason I'm making this video is because the kids who watch my videos and also go to my school have been really asking me for another school lore video. This one won't be exactly the same, but it'll be pretty similar. Bonus, it will be longer than most of my other ones. I've split the recess into 3 sections: good, bad, and terrible. So I'll start off with the good things. Start off with one of my favorite things that happened. The day I found my club. Well, it wasn't really a club. It was more like a giant stick that looked a lot like a club. Here's what it looked like. We have the sharp tip, extra durability, the knockout spot, and the handle. I called it the knockout spot because if you hit somebody in the head with it, it'll probably knock them out or even kill them. And then when I got out to recess, I found out some 7th and 8th graders broke it somehow. We made like a whole cemetery for it. And now it became an artifact in our fort. Here's what the grave looked like. Which brings us to the bad section. The bad section is really just the run-of-the-mill bullying, but I will tell you one thing that's not bullying. Well, one time I was playing Grounders with some kids in 4th grade, and all suddenly, right when recess ended, I just threw up for no reason. It's not like it was a hot lunch or anything. I just threw up. And you may be wondering, hey Declan, why didn't you put this in the terrible section? Well, that is because this is like the only bad thing, and I saved a story for the terrible section. And the story is, one time I was playing King of the Hill with some 6th graders, and something really bad happened. So the only way to get the 6th graders off the mound of snow was to run up, push them off from behind when they weren't looking. One time I did that to the 6th grader's strongest person so that I could take care of the rest of the weaker ones first. But then when I did that, they got really mad, so they chased me around, and then I tripped on a rock, and then they took snow and rubbed it in my face and said, "How do you like that?" even though I was just trying to play a game of King of the Hill. And then later, the next day, I told the teacher because stuff like that kept happening, and then they said, if you can't play King of the Hill without expecting to get hurt, don't play it. Me, in my mind, I was thinking, if you can't play King of the Hill without being a sore loser, suck it up and get a life, you moron. And yes, I mean that. I mean, they hurt me physically a lot, and even a tiny bit mentally. And that pretty much wraps up today's video, so have a great day, the end.